Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast between me and GOL. Here I am spawning over here at the 10 o'clock position. Meanwhile, I have my opponent spawning at the 5 o'clock position. Now this particular map, it opens up for a lot of Reaper harassment. So GOL is gonna go ahead and open up with what I call the 8 barracks harassment, while I go ahead and open up with the 9 barracks harassment. So now, saving up to get 150 minerals, he's gonna go ahead and drop down a barracks already, getting the barracks at very late. So income wise, I am now 1 or 2 harvesters ahead of him. Secondly, he's now going to start building a refinery. So I have 9 harvesters to his 7. He's still currently sitting at 7 harvesters to my 9. However, he will be able to get that Reaper a little bit earlier than I am. So this barracks is now down. My refinery is now down. His refinery nearing completion already, as he's going to continue to macro up and try to get as many SCVs as possible. This SCV over here nearing completion on this barracks, and now gonna go ahead and try to get as much gas as possible in order to get that tech lab on. So that tech lab is already down at the minute and 48 mark according to the timer. My tech lab nearly not completed just quite yet. So my tech lab's gonna be coming down a little bit later, perhaps right now. Come on. Waiting for that last 2 sets of minerals. Yeah, my tech lab coming down a little bit later, and now essentially 25 units of time later. So he will be able to get his Reaper 25 units of time faster than I am able to get my Reaper. Back over here, we have the commander, and he's sitting at 11 food right now. Finally getting his supply depot. However, I'm already sitting at 11 food, getting up to 12 food. Already have my supply depot, and I have a significant economic advantage and in this game, so that Reaper will be able to hop on over and then do a little bit of harassment. My Reaper will be able to hop on out as well, and we'll see how this is really going to work. This Reaper staying in the middle of the map, and I believe I just missed the sight of that Reaper. That Reaper just there, able to get into my base before I'm able to get my Reaper out, and that Reaper will be able to get perhaps 1 or 2 kills off. Down goes one of my SCVs, and now trying to take down additional SCVs as well, and now the Reaper trying to get in a couple free shots. Have a Reaper now coming in to join in on this fight, able to get that kill on his Reaper, so able to take down his Reaper fairly easily, as a second Reaper now going to go ahead and join my army. Income wise, I have 13 harvesters to his 10, and I also have my orbital command up and running. He also has his orbital command up and running, and he is also using that orbital call down as well. Reapers now moving on out, trying to deal as much damage as possible. We have a single Reaper sitting over here. Gonna go ahead and hop onto this high ground and perhaps do a little bit of fighting. One Reaper getting a couple of quick shots, and now wow, 2 of my Reapers fairly low on hit points. That one Reaper able to get off 1 shot and then get off another, so that Reaper was able to take down 2 of my Reapers, and now he has a significant Reaper advantage, as he has 100 minerals and 100 gas for his Reapers against my single Reaper. So I try to leave my Reaper off in a little bit more of a defensive position, I guess I should have put it right here, enabling him to shoot down a couple of those Reapers as those Reapers are trying to come up onto that high ground, and now just leaving that Reaper there. And now instead of I accidentally started attacking, so able to get one of those Reapers down, but still he also has 5 hit points on that final Reaper. I decided to try to build some Marauders instead, as Marauders are a fairly decent counter towards Reapers. Reaper gonna head on over, try to get a couple kills, however gets a Punisher grenade in the face, and then he explodes and dies. Coming back over here, I try to get all of my SCVs back to work, and now I have a single Marauder sitting by the natural, or my main base, in order to build up a little bit more defense. However, GOL quickly changing up his strategy, now going for a factory. So he's going for a factory, and he's going to be teching very heavily. Me, on the other hand, I'm trying to take down these destructible rocks, perhaps try to move on out. If I'm able to take down these destructible rocks and move on out, I should be able to perhaps roll over into his base before he has enough time to respond. His army is sitting at 200 minerals, or 150 minerals, 75 gas compared to my 2 Marauders. So he has 1 Marauder, 1 Reaper against against 3 Marauders now. So continuing to pump out units, getting that second barracks as well. So I'm going for a dual barracks. However, he's also getting that starport. So that starport most likely gonna be for that Banshee, as he's gonna go ahead and lift off, get that tech lab on that Banshee, or get that starport, that tech lab on that starport for that Banshee, and then start harassing me in the air. My destructible rocks nearly destroyed, down to 93 hit points. Gonna go ahead and move on out with these units. And then I also have, what, 5? I'm going to be having 5 Marauders. So those 5 Marauders, a significant size army. However, for some reason, I am not moving out with them. And perhaps that is my problem. I was not nearly as aggressive as I needed to be. I think, however, I did scan his base, and I saw that there were 2 starports already producing Banshees. And I think I just got caught off guard just a little bit. Now putting down an engineering bay. 2 engineering bays, 2 missile turrets being built. I should have built a 3rd one right there in order to be able to push back any of this Banshee harassment that I knew was inevitably coming. So 1 Banshee already in play, 2 additional Banshees on the way. I have a fair number of Marauders and Marines, and I'm not moving out. He does a quick scanner sweep on my base, and he sees these 2 missile turrets. No missile turret over here, so those Banshees will be able to come over there and do a little bit of harassment. The longbow missiles have a range of 7, so perhaps these missile turrets should be closer together, enabling me to be able to fight back with the range of 9. Reaper now moving out. That Reaper going to try to take down this missile turret. Missile turret has 250 hit points with 1 or 0 armor, so taking the full damage from that Reaper. SCV is coming over to try to repair it, as I know that he is producing those Marauders, or he is producing those Banshees. So 2 Banshees now going to be coming into my base. If he is able to take it down, a Mule now coming over to repair as well. So that Mule getting focused down by that 1 unit, and now in comes that Banshee. So Banshees now quickly coming in. However, those Marauders do not want to engage, or sorry, those Banshees do not want to engage against that missile turret, as that missile turret is already up and running. So I should probably have built another missile turret there, and I'm starting to get my factory and also getting a tech lab. So I'm going to be building Thors in order to try to counter these Banshees. However, my opponent now getting a command center at his natural expansion. Army-wise, I'm sitting on the larger army, except for he has 4 Banshees against my army, which mainly consists of Marauders and Marines, and that is not going to be a fairly even fight. Stay tuned for part 2 of this replay between GOL and me.